All right, in this video, I want to share with you a couple of things that have helped influence my, dream lifestyle or the life that I live now. And maybe these things will kind of help you kind of design and engineer your own sort of dream lifestyle, the life you want to live ultimately. So these are things that I've gathered throughout my life, and this has taken was these were taken over several years in different phases, different seasons of my life. And I just borrowed each one of these things, combined them, and used these to kind of engineer the lifestyle that I have today. So I experienced each of these things and said, I want a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. And if I can combine those all into one, that would be awesome. And then I just kind of reverse engineered how to do that, how to create that lifestyle I want with, an income stream and figure out how to figure out how to create that income stream to create that sort of dream lifestyle. So I'm going to go over each of these, and again, maybe these will help you. You probably didn't have similar or same lifestyle as me and stuff, but or maybe you had some of these things, but you just didn't really think of them and didn't think of how to incorporate them into your lifestyle, or maybe you didn't realize that you could have this in the very short term. You don't have to wait until retirement to create what I'm about to share with you. So the first over there on the top left is part-time job. So I've pretty much always had a full-time job, but while I was in college, and even while I was in college, and I would have summer jobs, and they would be full-time over the summer. But there was one summer that all I was able to get was a part-time job, and so I worked from 8 to noon and get off at noon, and just come back the next day and just work 4 hours per day. And that was just a really cool feeling, having come from a full-time job the year before, and then having this, and then years after it was full-time jobs. I always remembered that one summer because I was like, I'm not trying to be lazy or anything, but this would be really cool if I could just work for a couple hours and those hours could translate into the amount of money that I would need to fund my lifestyle and stuff. And that's all I'd have to put in, because the day was over before I even realized it. I would wake up, go there, have lunch, leave for lunch or whatever, and just not come back. And it was awesome. And so I always remembered that was something I wanted my life to be like, just not have to work so long and so hard, because, it's those hours after lunch, usually they're the hard ones. You come back, you're like tired and groggy, and from, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. or whatever, it just gets slower and slower. So I just wanted that. Again, it doesn't have anything to do with being lazy really, but I just wanted to be able to live a little more and not have to work so much in order to just get enough money to get by or whatever. So that was one element. Another element was the middle off on Friday. So after that part-time job, then I went to art school. And when I went to art school, we had a schedule where it was kind of the block schedule in a sense. They were like 2.5-hour classes, I believe. But it was only Monday through Thursday. And so we had Fridays off. So we had, 3-day weekends every single weekend, which is really awesome. It was really helpful too, because, when you're working, there's some businesses that are only open on Monday through Friday. So if you have errands to run, Friday gave us the day to do that. I could move all my appointments or whatever I needed to do for these businesses that were only open on weekdays. I could get that done on Friday. But, when you're at a 9 to 5 job, Monday through Friday, you can't get off during the week, or if you take off, usually you have to take that without pay or things like that. And so I really, again, this has nothing really to do with being lazy. I know for most people that seems like a dream, like, oh yeah, of course everybody would like to be off on Fridays, but this was how this school schedule was designed. So I'm like, well, if they can do it for school, there has to be a way to do it for life. So kind of combining these first two, if I could be off on Fridays plus the days that I was working Monday through Thursday, if those could be part-time days, that would be awesome. So I'm working Monday through Thursday, and then the days that I'm working, I'm only working half a day. That would be great. So these kind of compound on each other. And so the last one is this idea of a gap year. I'd never heard of this when I first came out to Austin in 2010. The first place that I worked at, this girl that was several years older than me, she was talking about this gap year, and she said she's like, have you ever taken a gap year? And I didn't know what that was, so I got her to explain it to me, and she was like, yeah, that's just like when you take a year off. And I was like, wow, that'd be nice. I don't even know how you would do that. And she was like, yeah, I worked for several years at a job, and I was just exhausted, but I'd saved up, like $30,000 or something. I think she took either 1 or 2 years off, and she said it was the greatest thing in the world. She was like, I just did whatever I wanted to for a year or two, and it was awesome. And I was like, man, basically, for a young person, it's like being retired. And I always remembered that. So again, to combine all these together, just imagine if your entire life was like a gap year. You had Fridays off if you were working at all, 3-day weekend every single week. And then the little time that you did work, it was, maybe Monday through Thursday, and it was a you only had to work part-time in order to produce or create and maintain that lifestyle. So if you combine all those together, you get, this mystery sort of dream lifestyle that I've engineered. And the way I've been able to do it personally is through SEO and affiliate marketing. And my particular angle and approach with SEO is building mass page sites. I've done other things over the years, but I just sort of gravitated towards mass page sites because that's what works for me and my personality. And what that translates to, how that's able to create this sort of lifestyle, is similar to saving for retirement. SEO and affiliate marketing and promoting the right types of products that are evergreen and pay recurring commissions, it allows you to engineer passive income. So it takes some effort on the front end, but the benefit of that, as opposed to more active streams of making money or a lot of paid traffic sources where you have to be actively, your ads have to be active on the platform every single day and every single week in order for you to get visibility. With SEO, once you create the content, it's out there, and it's just people are going to be coming across it month after month, year after year, and you can build up these compounding content assets out there that go out there and just siphon traffic to your offers for whatever it is you want to promote. And you're basically building this passive income snowball that compounds every single year, the more effort you put in. And so you're essentially, fast tracking your way to retirement, because all retirement is you're putting back a little bit of money for a couple of decades until it begins to build this snowball that eventually, once you decide to stop working or you're too old to work anymore, then you can live off like the interest or just start borrowing money for your living expenses each year off that snowball that you've rolled up over the years. So if you can fast track your way to that monthly allowance that you would be getting from a retirement fund that you've built up, then that's essentially what I've been able to do with how I create my income through SEO. So if you're interested in learning how to do that, this is something that's taken me well over a decade to find the pieces and refine my own proprietary system. But if you're interested, and if all that sounds pretty awesome to you, it's my lifestyle. It's the life I live every single day and have been for several years now. It took me a while to get here, but it's been totally worth it and been great for several years. And everything that I've just shared with you about the gap year, off on Fridays, part-time, I could pretty much I could have taken a gap year for the last 4 years and not done anything if I really wanted to, because I have so much passive income coming in that I make several times more in a year than I've ever made at any job, and I make that passively, which means I don't have to do anything to maintain that really. And so if you're interested in my system and kind of what I've described here and how I've been able to do that, and you want to learn more information about that, you can go to SEOaffiliatedomination.com/apply. And me and my business partner have put together a program that walks you through the most refined version of this. Over the years, it's taken me years to get the information and gather the pieces and for this system that I've designed. And even over the last couple of years, I've been refining it from the original, formula of what I started doing. And now it's to the point where it's just a simple recipe. It's very simple. And what I love about this process is that it's simple, it's scalable, it's sustainable. It's something it's been working for a very long time. It's going to work for a lot longer than the last 4 years and stuff. And so this it resonates with my personality and stuff. So if you're someone that's more like an introvert like me, you're not very great at jobs, and you just you want a lifestyle maybe similar to what I described here, just have a lot more free time, a lot more flexibility. If you got a family, you can spend more time with your family or whatever, and just think of all the things that you can do with that amount of time. You're basically, again, fast tracking your way to retirement, and it's a pretty cool process that allows you to basically just get your life back. And again, it took me a long time to acquire all these pieces. That's why it took so much time, because I had to figure all this out on my own. But this is basically the blueprint here for what I do. And this is something I've been, again, doing now for many years. I've been teaching people for the last several years. And this is the most refined version of the process. And this is a program we put together called Elite. And what it includes is the training, which is pretty short. This isn't like think of it, I guess, kind of like a mini masterclass. It's not some elaborate 72-hour training that's going to take you like an entire month to go through. It's literally only going to take you a day, way less than a day, but you can go through it all in a day. You can certainly space it out over a weekend, and it's actionable stuff. It's like a recipe. You just follow the steps, and then you get the consistent result each time. And then in addition to the training, we've included group coaching calls that you can get access to us directly on a regular basis, as well as a private Facebook group where you can get your questions answered there as well. So if that sounds interesting to me, interesting to you, you want to learn more, then you can watch the videos on this page, learn a little bit more, decide whether or not it's right for you. If you're really interested and you're just got a couple more questions, then you can just click here to apply. And what that's going to do is going to set up a call with my business partner, Tyler, and you can schedule a call to speak with him and just get more information, get your questions answered. But I just want to shoot this video to share with you what I'm doing. And these are some of the things that have kind of helped influence my dream lifestyle over the years. And if you've had similar experience, that's awesome. But if you haven't, hopefully you can borrow some of these experiences from my life and kind of incorporate those into your dream lifestyle. And I just want to let you know that the reason I'm shooting this video is to let you know that this is possible. I know there's lots of ways to make money out there, but a lot of them don't meet this criteria. And I think that a lot of people out there are probably like me, and they just want their time, they want their freedom. And I'm shooting this video to let you know that I found a way to do that, and do it pretty simply. Do it in a way to where like this is great for people that are introverts, which I am, and it checks a lot of boxes that most people that I've come into contact over the years are looking for. And I just want to let you know, shoot this video to let you know that it exists. There is a way to create that and do that with, without as much effort as you think, without as much capital as you think, without having to be a salesperson, without having to be a designer and a copywriter, all those things. And it's pretty awesome. So hopefully you got some value out of that. If you want to learn more, again, about the system program that I put together, Elite, you can go to SEOaffiliatedomination.com/apply. Learn a little bit more about that. And if you want to get more information about that after you check out what's on this page, then you can click here to apply, speak to my business partner, Tyler, and he'll answer whatever questions you have. So hopefully you got some value out of this video again, and I will see you in the next one.